Does the flagship XZ2 have what it takes to be your daily driver after 2 months? Watch and find out. Welcome to another useful video. To begin, we'll go over the specs of the XZ2. It's got the Snapdragon 845, 4 gigs of RAM, a 3180 mAh battery, 64 gigabytes of storage, a 5.7-inch 2160p screen with a 19 megapixel camera in the back and a 5 megapixel camera in the front. As for the styling of the XZ2, it's a departure from the previous flagship Sony phones. They used to be bricks and pretty much had flat surfaces all the way around. This uses Sony's new ambient flow design, and it really does work well in my opinion. A lot of people don't like the look of the phone, but when you hold it in your hand and you feel the physical weight of the device, how beautifully the light reflects off of the back, and just the overall feeling of solidity that it offers, it does feel like a flagship phone without any question. The front and back panels are glass, while the aluminum framework on the side provides a very nice sturdy feel. Please note that this phone is wireless charging compatible. On the side of the device, you'll notice a dedicated camera button, followed by the power button in the middle, and the volume rockers on the top. I don't really care for the volume rockers all the way on the top of the frame. I would prefer that they would be in the middle with the power button on top. However, all my previous Xperias had the power button in the middle of the frame, so maybe that's just where Sony thinks the button is best placed. On the back of the phone is the camera and the fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor I found works really well. It's reliable and it's quick. The camera, in my opinion, takes amazing pictures. It's a 19 megapixel unit. There's no headphone jack, and the phone is charged via USB-C cable. I think overall this fluid design is wonderful. I think it fits greatly in the hand, and the weight of the unit really does make it feel like a premium device. A cool feature is the 3D creator, which essentially allows you to take a 3D image of pretty much anything, including your face. It works pretty well, and there's also an option to send it to a 3D printer and actually get the thing that you've scanned printed. The camera is quick to initiate, and it takes wonderful pictures. I've tried taking pictures of a lot of different things, and they've all turned out wonderful. The really cool feature that the video camera has is a super slow motion, which allows you to take super slow motion video at a frame rate of 960. The results are amazing. Also, the phone feels very snappy. Sony's UI over Android Oreo is very minimal, so it does have a stock Android feeling to the phone. I really appreciate that because I feel like there isn't a lot of bloatware that comes with the phone. It always has felt extremely fast and snappy, and everything has worked flawlessly so far. After using the phone for a couple of months, I'm extremely happy with it. I didn't know if I would like the design of the new Sony phone, and I didn't know if I would like the 18:9 aspect ratio either. I can say that I was used to the 16:9 aspect ratio as it is a little bit wider, and I sometimes prefer that, but overall the screen on this XZ2 is very, very nice. It gets bright, it's extremely sharp, and it's just a really nice thing to look at. And since you're going to be using your phone every day, I think it's well worth the price that the XZ2 is charging for the unit. Prices in the USA were initially $799. Now I've seen them drop around $100, so you can get the item for around $699. Pretty much a first for the USA is this fingerprint reader on the flagship XZ2. It's pretty quick and it works every single time without issue. It might not be the world's fastest fingerprint sensor, but I applaud Sony for finally giving the USA a working fingerprint sensor. Apps on the phone run extremely smooth. It's very quick, there's no lag, and as you can see I'm scrolling through the menu here and it's extremely fast. Everything has a very fluid motion to it, and I really appreciate that in a phone. I found that with some other brands, Android gets a little bit laggy. I haven't noticed that with my Xperias, which I really like. What don't I like about the phone? Again, I wish that the placement of the volume rockers was different. I wish that the phone wasn't super slippery in the hand. This is a phone where you definitely need a case for it. One thing I do appreciate is that it has a very, very solid oleophobic coating. I also wish that the screen was a 4K HDR screen. I know that the XZ2 Premium will have that, but as a flagship phone, and with a price of $799, it would have been nice to have a screen that's better than 2160p. As far as the 64 gigabytes of storage is concerned, it's okay, but I really feel at this price point and for a flagship device, it should have 128 or even 256 gigabytes of storage. The lack of a headphone jack is also disappointing, especially considering that the phone isn't super thin or super light. I feel like they could have included that so we don't have to use a dongle. Other than that, I've really enjoyed the phone. It has a wonderful battery that can last at least a day, maybe even 2, depending on your usage. One time I got 3 days worth of use out of it. I do like the fact that Sony has sent me 2 or 3 security updates already, and the phone is just really fast and snappy. It just feels super quick, and I really like that. It's really nice knowing that I don't have to wait for an app to load. Overall, I highly recommend this phone, and it's a definite buy. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. Take care.